Hello everybody, this is toysareruss, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at Doctor Who's grapple hook. I'm going to save microscope for a second video. So in this video we're going to have a detailed look at him in both of his modes, help you decide how you want to display him. We're going to have a look at the accessories that come with him, and I'm sure you can tell already, but this is a third-party take on the Transformers figure hauler, so we can look and see how he compares to the original and newer versions of them. So as I start to pop these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out. And the other is to thank Show's eStore, which is where this came from, and as you can see they got it to me nice, quickly and safely. So on the back of the box we've got some actual product images, and then we've got some brilliant artwork of each character on the side. Now because this is Doctor Who and because the figures transform, they're not licensed by Hasbro or Takara, they can't use the real name. One quick thing to show you, because I got the pre-order in early and from Show Z, it comes with this repair bed, which is where you can, unfortunately, if you want to, recreate that scene from the movie where obviously Prime is a little bit damaged and Perceptor's looking over him. So that's a nice little free gift that comes with it. They come packaged in this little box, which also has the clamshell. Again, different rules because not official Hasbro, so they can use as much plastic as they want to. So let's take him out of there. As you can see, he comes packaged in his alternate mode. He also comes with a brilliant collector's card, which I cannot understand, and lovely artwork there on the front, and then the transformation process as well. So if you're unfamiliar with these figures, you know there's 16 steps to transform this. It is absolutely tiny, and I suppose the best words I can use to describe it is they are sort of Micromaster scale size. So if I take him out of the little package, funnily enough, I've got a really small Micromaster here right next to me, so that sort of gives you an idea of perhaps the size. And I've actually got the original, nearly knocked it over, grapple figure, which will now show you, I suppose, just how small this figure is. But even though it's small, they've packed a lot of detail into this tiny little guy, and that's another reason why I love these so much. So you can probably see that all the wheels are on individual pins, which is great, and the extending hook will in fact go out as well. The actual little hook will move as well, so the arm with the hook in and the hook itself will move. You can also rotate it. It's brilliant. It's so much fun. We've got this part for when he's in robot mode, and as I said, I suppose if I want to give you an idea of just how small they are, there is your core class Optimus Prime, completely towering over him and indeed looking like a giant. Right, let's get him transformed into robot mode. And now the other thing that's really cool about this is the transformation processes are pretty much the same as the generations versions of these figures. So the updated version, they've just downscaled, and where with a lot of third-party companies what they tend to do is upscale figures. I'm just going to whip through this showing you a few things. If you want to see it in full, there is a slow detailed transformation process video of this figure on the channel already, but again, just to keep the length of this video down, I'm going to sort of get him transformed as fast as I can. Now what I really like about these as well is they aren't super fiddly, even though they're small and I haven't got, you know, the most, I don't know, dainty hands or whatever. It's still not too difficult to transform. Some of the figures from like companies like Magic Square, New Age, etc., I need to pull this right out, are really finicky, and I genuinely struggle with them. I don't really like transforming a lot of them, whereas with this guy and these little ones, even though they're as tiny as they are, I don't have any issues with it. And I'm sure you can tell already that that looks and is spectacular. Look at that, it's so good. But I'm going to zoom in on him for you in a second, but before I do so, look at that, I can't even fit the hauler in. So that's the Generations one. This is the ehobby one from the early 2000s, again Japanese exclusives. And if I bring in again core class Optimus Prime, or if you don't have him, a relatively new figure, core class Cheetor, is twice the size of him. So because he's so tiny, this is what surprises me. Okay, yes, you can see visible ball and socket joints, whereas things like, you know, New Age, etc. don't. New Age, they sharpen everything up that little bit better. But let's have a look at the articulation and the detail on him. So let's just move these out of the way. In fact, and I'll bring these in a minute because I'll refer to them in a second. So let's zoom in and just bring this lower. So if I bring him closer, you can see we've got lovely detail there on the head, which you can, in honesty as well, you can turn around inside there if you wanted to. You can see there's ball and socket joints on the shoulders, so they will go that far up before getting restricted. They'll go all the way around. Your bicep again is ball and socket, so it's on a swivel, and of course it flexes. There is even still, there's like an ab crunch on this, I think. Is it a little bit, or is it just the transformation? No, it holds it there and it moves. Maybe it's more transformation, but the fact that you can do it's amazing. The legs will kick all the way forwards. They will kick all the way backwards. They will come out to the side. And you've got a knee bend, you've got a swivel at the top because it's a ball and socket. And as you can see, the ankles, the heels and the toes are indeed very articulate as well. And again, the detail on it is brilliant. For the size and for the money what you're paying, I think they do a fantastic job. Here is one of the Earthrise official Micromasters. So it's pretty much about the same size as one of them. Funnily enough, here's Tasmanian Kid, another core class figure, which you can see completely towers over him. What Dr. Wu do, the same as every company, they reuse the molds over and over again. So there is Grapple. And I don't know why they did this, but I do like it, to be fair. There is another version, but they did like a grey colour, like a test piece, which is a little bit strange. They also have done loads of them, but this is just a quick selection. We've got a Soundwave, and then I've got a Magnificus, which came in the other pack. So the other pack was a Grapple and Magnificus. This is Perceptor and Hauler. Right, let's move these guys out of the way. You can as well, as I say, via this little hook, you can pop this over his hand. Let me see which way it goes. Is that the way it's gone? There you go. So he's actually got his little hook on as well. But I was going to say, and I'm going to bring him in, that is the official Takara World's Smallest Transformer from 2003. And I think that's basically what they've copied here with this toy line. This is their version. You can just see that they've made them much more articulate. And as I say in pretty much all videos, and I'm going to keep saying it, I really hope that Takara take notice of this and indeed start to do some official ones themselves. In the meantime, though, guys, this is all I've got to say about this brilliant little guy. There's going to be a link in the description to get your own if you want it. This is Dr. Wu's grapple hook. Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care.